In English, it's 3 H's: head, heart, hand. In French, tête, corps, corps, a man, right?
Yes, that's right.
And I think that's what happens. It's feeling. It's like I play guitar, now, and we have a long cut called Radio Ethiopia, and it's all improvisation. And my improvisation is I pick up a guitar and I play it. I mean, I can't play guitar. Just like if there's kids here that don't speak English, I don't speak guitar. But what I do is I get into a groove and I just believe, I just I pick up my guitar and I just get my confidence from all the people and I just play. I just get into a rhythm and I play until everything spurts, It's just believing in something. It's like half the thing that makes a champ. What made the Wizard of Oz the Wizard of Oz? Everybody believed in him, Sometimes the reason I like Brussels is the kids, they just believed in us right away. We didn't have to prove and prove and prove and prove. All that proving time is like lost time in a way. It's like the quicker you connect, the quicker you can explode, Jesus, stop. I mean, I still pursue everything that I do. I still write, I still paint, I still study art. But I think that rock and roll is like the most integrated form of art for me because I can use my body, which is a great tool. I can use my mind. I can use my throat. All the elements that I use in separate arts, I'm able to use all at once in rock and roll. I think that, it's like being an American, there's a lot to be ashamed of. It's like there's a lot to be proud of, but I know, that Americans are like middle class and very materialistic and all, but we did do one good thing. We created rock and roll. It's to me the one thing that made America great. It's like, and now America no longer is. Rock and roll is not. Doesn't belong to America. It belongs to the universe. It belongs to the world, and rock and roll is the first real American art. We did abstract expressionism. We had Jackson Pollock, Willem de Kooning, but it was still European energy. And at last, rock and roll, we did something. It's like finally we won our place in cultural history. And now it belongs to everyone, And I just feel like rock and roll makes me feel like not a stranger. I come here, it's like, doesn't even matter. We can't speak the same language. At the concert, we won't even talk. We'll be babbling, At the concert, you get so crazy. It's a blah, blah. You start, it doesn't matter what language you speak. It's all feeling. Rock and roll really allows me to be so free yet very constructive, I mean, art is very important to me. Art is what, artists are like the guardians of history. They're the guardians of the spirit, and all the fervor and energy that I put into painting or writing or studying, I put into rock and roll, equally as important. I don't separate the two. My brain, I still use my brain and my belly and my heart, everything in rock and roll, just like I did. pass fast. I think that rock and roll has already rooted itself in history, and that's why it's very important for people in rock and roll to be strong and to be be able to speak, be spokesmen. I mean, the thing is, I don't think history can deny Jimi Hendrix and Jim Morrison. You know, they're not going to be able to wipe that out of people's memories, you know. And, like, that's, like, why I work so hard. It's not because, like, I want to be a big star or anything. I don't care, you know. It's like, I have the man I love, you know. I have everything I need, you know. It's like, what I'm doing is like working for rock and roll in service to rock and roll. I mean, as long as I'm alive and as long as I'm working, no one is going to be able to like push rock and roll down into Hollywood or theater or make it like passe or make it like, you know, a fad or something. To me, it's art. It's my art, and art deserves to be preserved.